reading. Thank you for clicking on the video, visiting my channel. If any parts of the message resonates, please feel free to like, comment, as well as subscribe. Oh, my little makeup is just gone. Yeah, so anyway, what I heard for you, Capricorn, was you don't know what to expect. So this could be a person, this could be a situation. It's like it seems to fluctuate every day. It's something different. Or you could be dealing with someone whom, they bounce around. So they never like, they can say something one day and then the next day it'd be something completely different. So it's kind of like hard to, plan with or plan around or plan, for something, because the situation, keeps changing, or the person's mind keeps changing. The person's story keeps changing as well. So, it's just like every day it's just a fucking crapshoot. Like, it could be this, it could be that. Like, I really don't know. So you could be involved in a situation where you really just don't know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna pan out, or anything like that. So I really, my little makeup is just gone. I'm sorry. I feel like I look like a trash panda right now around the eyes. But anyway, so yeah, it could be a lot of, uncertainty, a lot of chaos as well. So this could be a situation where, there could be like some type of family emergency or some type of unforeseen circumstance that nobody had really planned on or planned for. And, this basically came out of nowhere. And as a result, everybody is kind of like panicking and running around trying to, come up with a plan or, decide a course of action. This could also be a situation where somebody, could have recently gotten arrested. And so now, people are scrambling, trying to come up with like the bail money or finding an attorney, finding a bail bondsman, that type of situation as well, Capricorn. Like somebody could have got picked up and the family doesn't know, why somebody got picked up, what the charges are. I just hear somebody saying like, I don't know. I have to wait until they call me. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So like, I'm really getting that somebody could have gone to jail, could have gotten arrested. Also, in some circumstances where somebody got arrested, there was some type of secret, and I forget what sign I did, where I talked about a secret indictment, where basically secret indictments have been coming down and everything. And so this could just be a situation where I'm hearing 4 a.m. feds at my door. Like, and this is something where this is like multiple locations are getting, hey, Kristen, thank you for joining me, baby. Where it's like multiple locations could be getting hit at the same time. Or, multiple people could be getting arrested at the same time. This is a sting. This is an operation. Like, this is some shit that could be like on the news. I'm also seeing a situation where, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a Capricorn, but, the devil does rule, like, or does represent like substances and things like that. But I do see like a table, like how when they do like a big drug bust or whatever, they always like showcase, they're defined the police are, so they'll have like everything spread out on the table with the guns and the cash and all that. I'm seeing that as well. But this is a situation where people are getting taken off road like all of a sudden, and people could be scrambling trying to, like I said, make bail, try to come up with the bail, find a bail bondsman, find an attorney. Somebody doesn't know what somebody is being charged with. This is also a situation where somebody could have got picked up and they don't know how much the police know. So they're not really trying to say anything right now until they find out what the other person knows. Or this could be a situation where somebody got caught up in a situation with someone and they're not really trying to talk because they don't know what the other person is saying. So, I'm getting a lot of, I just don't know what's going on for the month of May. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be those situations. This could be anything. I don't know where we stand in a relationship. Somebody's feelings, they seem to change from one day to the next. This is also a situation where say somebody was unfaithful, or there was some type of separation and or breakup for whatever the reason, but I'm getting, if this pertains to you, then this separation or breakup was more often than not because of infidelity. Somebody was unfaithful, and perhaps you are trying to reconcile with someone, or maybe you've said, what, fuck it, let's work it out, I can get over this, and one day you could be fine, or your person could be fine, and it seems like you all are making progress towards reconciling a situation or a relationship, and then the next day, hey Stephanie, hey Casey, thank you all for joining me. And and so it's like one day, your person can be like, I'm cool, like I want to work this out, I can forgive you, the past is the past, I'm ready to just move forward. And then the next day, you look at your person and they like, fuck you. You did just leave me for such and such, or you did. So it seems like, 1 minute they say they can get over it, and then the next minute they say that they can't get over it, or they're not acting like, hey, Kristen, you said, they're acting like, they can't get over it. So this is kind of like, you don't really know where you stand with someone. You don't know if you guys are going to be together. You don't know if you guys are going to break up again. One person is trying with their whole heart and soul to like move past the situation. I'm getting a situation where both people are like trying to really move past whatever this is. But one, it's just very difficult for one person. And this is probably the person who actually got left. It's hard for you to get over that. Like, you want to get over it, and you love your person, you know what I mean? But it's also a situation where you can't forget, you know what I mean? Like, so somebody could have found out that their person was out here doing the fucking most. That their person, was out here just wilding on them. Like, making a fool of, I'm hearing. Or I feel humiliated. Or this could also be a situation where somebody was carrying on some type of affair for a long ass time. So like, say you and your person have been together for 3 years. They was messing around with the side person for 2 years and 6 months. You know what I mean? So this is like where somebody was basically living a double life, or carrying on 2 relationships, 2 families, 2 something or another. And when you found this out, Capricorn, or you could have done this to somebody, but when you found this out, it was just devastating because, it came out of nowhere. Somebody was left scrambling, you know what I mean? Somebody didn't, it just came out of nowhere. And so for this person to be able to forgive you, or for you to be able to forgive somebody for whatever betrayal that was, or for whatever situation that was, it's like you want to do it, you know what I mean? But it's hard, you know what I mean? Like, you may not be able to get over that. And somebody really doesn't know, like, where you stand in the situation. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be in a friendship, you know what I mean? Like, one of your friends crossed you out, or, this could be a job situation where, your boss is expecting for you to walk out because they know that they, fucked you over for, hey, Samantha, because they know that hey, Helena. Hey, thank you for joining me, guys. Where, your boss knows that, they could have passed you over for a position or a raise that you really deserved, you know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, yeah, I know I did them wrong, so I expect for them to be leaving, you know what I mean? I expect for them to be looking for a job. And so it's kind of hard for somebody to like kind of pin you down right now, because you don't even know what it is that you want at this point, Capricorn. It's like you're trying to kind of like figure this out for yourself. And so it makes it impossible for the one that you're dealing with to be able to kind of get a read on you. Like, do you want the relationship? Don't you want the relationship? If we decide to give this a go again, is it going to be like a retaliation type of thing? Like, you're just getting back with me so that way you can you know, basically do to me what I did to you. Like somebody is very, very, very uncertain. Somebody has like a lot of questions. A lot of questions. So this could be a situation where, you know, last month you were cocksure about your path in life, you know, where you stood with whomever, you know, you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt what everything was. And it's like something could have happened between now and then, where now you're just like, you're questioning everything that you thought was true, or you're questioning everything that you held as a truth. All right, I really need to do something about hyperpigmentation. But yeah. So I don't know. Like this could be a situation where, you know, you have always been confident in an ability you have or a skill that you have, possibly, you know, your intelligence, your looks, you know, you've always known that you were good at something, or, you know, you were very confident in whatever ability or skill you had. And then, you know, you meet a person or a situation happens and boom, it shakes your whole comfortability. It shakes your confidence. And so now it's like you are wandering around like a kid. Like you're not quite sure, like, should I trust my, you know, my decision making, or should I trust, you know, that I know what's right for myself? All right. Okay, so picture cards. What came out for you, Capricorn, is somebody is leaving you for dead. So somebody could be being cruel to you at this time. You could feel like somebody is being, so this, you know, doesn't necessarily have to be, but you could feel like somebody is slipping away or walking away, or you're losing someone, you're losing your control over a situation. If this is not a person, you're losing your standing with someone or with a group. Like, you know, it's kind of like demotion energy. Like you're not as popular as you once were, or somebody also could be purposely trying to exclude you from something, Capricorn, or you could be doing this to someone. This could be a thing about a power play or like power moves. Like you could be like, you know, bickering with someone, or I'm getting obstinate. I'm hearing that. Like, why do you have to be so obstinate? Why do you have to be so difficult? Why do you have to be so stubborn? So this could be like, you know, a situation where you call yourself putting your foot down, and the other person calls themselves putting their foot down, and it's kind of like you two are like engaged in a waiting game. So you don't really know, you know what I mean? Like if you should make a move, what the right move to make is, because you don't know what this person is going to do as well, Capricorn. But we do have leaving you behind. Somebody's leaving you for dead. Somebody could be purposely being cruel to you. Somebody also, going back to what I did say, that somebody could be dealing with somebody kind of like as a way to get back with this person. So this could be a situation where somebody could have left you for someone, Capricorn, okay? And it was a devastating experience. It really hurt you to your core. You know, you really love the person who did you something. And, you know, and so basically you've kind of been waiting patiently, you know, to be able to get your lick back. And so this could be a situation where you run into you run into this person again. And, you know, they pick up like nothing ever happened. So you say, fuck it. You gonna act like nothing ever happened? I'm gonna act like nothing ever happened. And so you all start talking again. And basically, you know that this person wants to deal with you or wants to get back with you. You know, they miss you. They've told you this, like, I miss you. I wish I hadn't messed up like this. You know, I realize now you're the one. And so you see now where this person really in earnest is trying to get you back. They really want to be back with you. And you play along and you get this person all wrapped up and everything, believing that, you know what I'm saying, they really have a second chance. And then once you got this person right where you need them, you walk away, you leave them. The Count of Monte Cristo could be significant. I don't know if that's somebody's favorite book. We have the number 53, so that could be significant. Somebody could be 53 out here. Somebody could also be dealing with a Leo, or May 3rd could be significant, or March 5th could be significant. Somebody could be purposely like trying to like isolate you, or put you on freeze type of situation where, you know, somebody could be purposely, you know, mean or petty to you. Like, you call them and you're trying to talk to them and they see you calling, and you know that they see you calling, but they're just not picking up because they're trying to teach you a lesson. You could be dealing with that for the month of May, or for the rest of the month of May, Capricorn. Also, I did just say that, a phone call. So you could be calling, you know, somebody could be leaving you on red. So you could be texting somebody, reaching out to somebody basically is not returning your phone calls. I'm not really getting somebody is blocking you, which I don't know which is worse, somebody blocking you or somebody not blocking you and watching your number just dance across the screen. But, you know, that could be what somebody is doing to you right now. Somebody is putting a freeze on you. Somebody could be trying to teach someone a lesson. Somebody could be trying to teach someone a lesson. So say that, you know, the scenario I just gave where, you know, you and your ex have started seeing each other again, and, you know, your ex hurt you, and, you know, basically they devastated you, and now, you know, you guys get a second chance and everything. You could be purposely being doggish to this person. So basically somebody could be giving somebody a taste of their own medicine, is what I'm hearing. So perhaps the first time you were dealing with someone, you know, you were the beggar, you were the chaser, you were the one who was always trying to make time for your person, you were the one who was always, you know, trying to make the relationship work. You know, if you all fell out, you were always the first one to reach out. If, you know, even if this person hung up on you, you know, you would be the one to reach out to that person, simply because, you know, you just wanted to make sure that you were doing your part to save the relationship or whatever. And so now this person is coming around, you know, again, and you just like, whatever. Like, you call them when you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely not a priority for you. They're not a priority anymore. Yeah. Somebody with, okay, so let me show you the cards. Leaving someone behind, phone call. And then whenever it all depends on what the situation is whenever I get this card. But when I usually get this card, this is giving me somebody from the past. So this, again, this is a past situation that you're revisiting. And you're not giving this situation the life and the sparkle that you gave it the first time. So this could be a situation where this was your childhood sweetheart, or this was, you know, somebody whom, you know, you really, really, really held in high regard, held in high esteem. And when they had you the first time, you know, they took you for granted. You know what I mean? Like, you could call them, they wouldn't answer, or, you know, they'd be disrespectful, do shit like hang up or not come home. You know, basically the things that one does when they don't care about a relationship. And this person was doing all these things. And so now, you know, that they get a second chance at this, because now, you know, because after they dogged you and dogged, you know, the love and the affection that you were trying to give to this person, they went out there and they got with somebody who showed them for real what don't give a fuck means. And so once they had something to compare it to, now they realize that, you know what I'm saying, the love that you were given was that pure love, was that good love, was that all-encompassing love. And so now they want that love back. And I'm thinking it's too late. But I do believe you're going to let this person try. So if this person wants to come in with gifts and come in with whatever, you're going to let this person do that. Also, this could be a situation where if you have a child, or you have someone in your life that could be addicted to some type of substance and everything, you could realize that basically in being there, meaning, you know, allowing this person to go out here and fuck up and get in trouble, but you're always accepting them back, or you're always, you know, trying to save them, like I'm saying, you know, scrambling or whatever, that basically you're not helping this person, you're actually enabling this person. And somebody is going to start exercising tough love in a situation. So this could be a situation where, you know, say you are very spoiled and you're used to your parents paying for everything. You know, you're a grown person, but your parents still, you know, pay your rent and everything. And it's okay that, you know, if you need help to ask, you know, your parents, that's what they're there for. But, you know, this is a situation where somebody never really fully grew up and never really fully, you know, assumed all the responsibility that they were supposed to assume at their age, because their parents were always there to bail them out. And so now is, okay, I'm not going to do it anymore, or I can't do it anymore. And so now this is kind of like, you know, kind of cutting off the purse strings, or closing the purse, you know, the purse strings off to the kid, you know, basically so you can teach them responsibility. And, you know, they could think that you're doing this because you're just trying to be cruel, or you're just trying to make their life harder, or you know what kids say, but in actuality, it's like I'm being cruel in order to be kind. Like I'm doing this because if you don't learn how to take care of yourself, like I'm not going to always be here. And so when I'm gone, then what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? If I'm not here to bail you out, then what are you going to do? You're going to have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. So this could also be a month, Capricorn, where you are going to exercise tough love to a relative or to a, you know, your child, but you're doing so not to be mean or not to be cruel, which is what you'll be accused of. But you're doing so that way you can make your person stronger, or you can make your person self-reliant. So this could be a situation where, Capricorn, you realize you've been too generous with someone, too understanding with someone. You have been too supportive, too nurturing. Like you've literally nurtured somebody until they're useless. They can't do anything for themselves. This could also be a situation where somebody knows that they're sick, and so maybe they've not told their people, you know, their family, that, you know, they are sick. But this could be a situation, you know, where whomever is trying to prepare their family for it, in case, you know, there comes a time that they're not there, that their family will be able to carry on. Their children will be able to make it. And so that could be a situation too. Somebody just wants their little boy back. Or somebody wants that boy that they fell in love with many, many years ago. So this is a situation where, unless I can have that old thing back the way that it used to be, then I don't want anything. So, you know, this could be a situation where somebody knows that you do, and you have always, you know, held a space in your heart for someone. And so that has allowed them to be able to tiptoe in and out of your life. And, you know, and you would always keep that door open because you were always hopeful that, you know, this would be the time where we would have what we once had, and it never seemed to work out that way. And so now it's kind of like, listen, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what to expect from you. So until you can get your shit together, until you know what you're going to do, I'm going to have to keep my distance from you. I'm going to have to just, you know what I'm saying, cut this off, cut you off, or, you know, at least, you know, put some boundaries up until you get more direction, because I can't make any plans until I know what you're going to do. I can't move forward until I know what you're going to do. So this would also be a situation where, say you're dealing with someone and it's kind of been like at a standstill, you know what I mean? You know, when a relationship reaches that plateau or that like little stagnancy or whatever, And so you're not really happy there. However, you know, if your person wants to work it out, you're willing to work it out and stay. But your person isn't giving you any clear, you know, any clear guidance on, you know, what it is that they want to do. Do they want to stay? Do they want to go? And say you've met somebody else, you know what I mean? And this person is starting to catch, you know, your interest and everything. Like, you're really starting to dig this person. You don't necessarily want to jump into another relationship with the new person until you have resolved your situation with the old person. However, you can't resolve the situation with the old person because you don't know what the fuck the old person is going to do, because they're not sure what, you know, what they want to do either. So I'm getting a lot of stop and start. I'm getting a lot of second guessing for the rest of the month. I'm getting a lot of 1 minute they do, 1 minute they don't, 1 minute you do or 1 minute you don't. You know, 1 minute it sounds like a good idea, 1 minute it doesn't sound like a good idea. So this is a lot of uncertainty. All right, what's the overall? Ooh, before I could even say that, booked and busy, situationship, and then two-faced. At the bottom of the deck, hopeless romantic. Somebody is stringing somebody along, Capricorn. I will say that. Somebody is stringing somebody along with this whole leaving you for dead, being cruel. So this is where somebody says that they love you. Somebody says that they want to be with you. Somebody says that they care. But then when it comes time for them to step up and be there for you, you're always by yourself. But then, you know, so this could be a situation where, you know, you're on the phone with your person and you like, my car is down, I need a ride to, you know, X, Y, and Z, or I need, you know what I mean? Like, I need to go run some errands. And your person is sitting on the phone quiet as shit. They ain't said a word. They ain't said, well, you know, you need me to come and get you. Hello, what is it? Privyet, America. I'm from America. I think I'm saying it right. Privyet. And so your person, you know, what's I gonna say? So your person basically, you know, they're stringing you along. They're leaving you on red. They're not giving you, like, they're not giving you the energy that somebody would give you that wants to work out a situation. Okay. When you try to spend time with this person, you know, they're never available. So you could always feel like you are alone, like you're by yourself. Your person is never there. However, you know, if you say, well, do you want to still be together? This person is going to be like, yeah, I still want to be, you know, yeah, I still want to be with you. Why would you even ask me that? And it's like, because you don't really act like you want to be, you know, with me. So this could also be a situation where could be like a phone romance too, where you talk to your person over the phone more so than you see your person. So this could be a long distance, you know, relationship. And, you know, you could be trying to make plans either to move, you know, somewhere with your person, or for your person to move to where you are. But this person could be giving like mixed signals right now. Or this could also be a situation where you were planning something with your person. So say, you know, you say this is a long distance relationship. All right. And so, you know, you and your person have been talking about moving in together. All right, your person is telling you, yeah, they're in love, yeah, they want it, yeah, this, yeah, that, yeah. Okay, so now you say, all right, and so now you make things happen. You start looking at places, you know, you're talking to your person like, okay, so, you know, who's going to put the lights in their name, or that there is a magic to hurt the place where she works. Can you confirm is that, and how to find it? All right, wait until after the reading, and then I'll, but if you can't stay for the whole reading, I'll answer it. So just come back and you can find the answer. And you know, this person is like, yeah, you know, like yearning you to death, or like leading you to believe that, you know, that the situation is gonna work out, or they want the situation. And the whole time it's just like, it's not, it's not gelling together. Somebody says that they're busy all the time. You know, this long distance relationship, you know, you're ready to make that move to move in with this person, and now this could be a situation where you call and this person isn't answering the phone. Or now, you know what I mean, like this person has an attitude for whatever reason. And so basically it's like now that you are really, you know, sincere and trying to put this plan in motion to like really be together, now your person is trying to switch up the game and everything because they were just giving you a whole bunch of, you know, they were just ear hustling you and everything. Or what is it? Ear pimping. Somebody was ear pimping somebody. And so, you know, they're sitting over here ear pimping you and everything. And, you know, and now that you're like, okay, put your money where your mouth is, let's go. Now somebody is not sure. Now somebody doesn't know what they want to do. Now somebody, you know, is too busy to talk. Now somebody has a lot going on. Now somebody is, you know what I mean, got responsibilities. Or now somebody is remembering, you know, how you hurt them 4 months ago or whatever it is. But whatever it is gaslighting, because basically you're trying to hold somebody to their word and they're trying to weasel out of it. That's long story short. That's long story short. You notice somebody is full of shit. And basically, you know, this could be a situation where you've known that somebody was full of shit, Capricorn. And so now you're kind of like, you know, calling them to the carpet. And this person, first of all, you're going to see a side to your person that you never saw before. They're going to show you. So this is going to be a situation where you're going to put somebody's back against the wall, or you're going to make it impossible for them to, you know, lie or try to, you know, weasel their way out of a situation. And somebody could get violent, or, you know, somebody could get real fucking mean-hearted, real cruel. This is also a situation too where you could be dealing with somebody, and if you don't spend time with them, like, you know, this is somebody who wants you by their side all day, all night, every day. You know what I mean? And so God help you if you want to have your own life, or you want to have you know, me time. They're not going to handle that well. You know what I mean? So this is going to be somebody who, you know, like they say, well, hey, let's get together. You know, let's go out tonight or whatever. And you're like, no, I can't go out tonight. You know, like I'm tired. I'm busy. I got, you know, stuff to do for work. Because you shut this person down, or, you know, not shut this person down, they're going to take it like you shut them down. But because you know, put your responsibilities first before them, or you prioritize yourself, or you prioritize something over them, they're going to be very like passive aggressive. They could give you the silent treatment, the cold shoulder. You know, this could be a situation where somebody can just, you know, get real fly at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, can you know, come by and do da-da-da-da-da-da? Like, why? Call that motherfucker you was with the other night that I said I wanted you to come over, and you couldn't come over for, like, what are you talking about? I had to work. So, you know, somebody could be very controlling is the word, and insecure. Somebody could be quite insecure. So this could be somebody who will call you like every half an hour, okay? Like every half an hour to see where you are, what you doing, who you with, you know. So you could be like with friends, and this person calls you and you say, okay, well, you know, I'm getting ready to leave out in a couple minutes and I'll be on my way home. And you hang up from this person, this motherfucker gonna call you back 15 minutes later. So did you leave out yet? Well, when you gonna leave? You said you was leaving out a couple minutes ago. Why you ain't leave? Like, well, who's there? This is somebody who will pop up to where you are to make sure that you're not with someone else. Somebody basically has a problem on their hands. And you could be realizing this now. You could have realized this, and you could be like actively trying to separate yourself from this. Hey, the shredder. I do remember you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad anybody who wants the message and who wants the energy and who brings happiness is here. You know, but this could be somebody who, you know, like somebody has a problem on their hands. If you go to the store, they want to go with you. If you go get your hair done, and I think every woman has had one of these, and I'm sure every man has had one of these. You want to go get your hair cut, she coming with you. She's happy to sit in the car, or she's happy to sit in the barbershop while you get your hair cut. He's happy to sit in the beauty shop all day long while you get your hair done. Hey, Don. You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody who does not want to let you out of their sight. And I don't know if you guys had, like, my throat is getting dry, excuse me. I don't know if you guys had, like, problems with infidelity in the past. I did say that that was an issue at the very beginning of the reading for someone. But whatever it is, somebody does not want to let someone out of their sight. Somebody does not trust somebody to not be in their sight. Somebody knows that possibly the person that they are with is not a faithful person. Somebody has married a whore, whether it's a female whore or a male whore. Somebody knows that their person has a tendency to wander. Someone knows that their person has a tendency to cheat. So this could be a situation where, you know, this person has even done this while you two were together. Like, very talkative, very flirty to the people around you all, like at a restaurant or a bar. You said, but, you know, like at the bar or whatever. So this could be, you know, like when she starts drinking and everything, she talking to everybody to come by, and she's hugging everybody and kissing them on the cheek, and, you know, like, yeah. And somebody knows that. Like, they have someone who basically, if you leave them unattended, if you leave somebody has somebody that if you get them drunk and leave them unattended, whoever comes through that door is going to get some from your person. Somebody cannot control their liquor. Somebody cannot control their drugs. Somebody gets like, I wouldn't necessarily say sloppy, but somebody's inhibitions go out the window. Somebody has none. Somebody does not. Hey, Lois, baby. Somebody doesn't have any stranger danger. Somebody is just, it's a free-for-all. It's a free-for-all. In some instances, it's a free-for-all. Somebody could have a, you know. So this could be a situation where somebody tried to rehabilitate a hoe and make her an honorable, respectable person. And so in doing so, they basically try to keep this person under lock and key, under surveillance and everything. Somebody has cameras in a house. So, like, somebody has placed hidden cameras in their house to watch their person when they're not there, because this is how much they don't trust their person. I'm hearing one or two people just has a, like, legit crazy fucking person, okay, in their mix. But for the other ones that are going through this, if you have done this, or not, I'm not going to say if you have done this. For the others who are in this situation, I'm hearing it's not without good cause. So somebody has given you a reason not to trust them. Somebody has given you a reason to place, you know, hidden cameras, or somebody knows that somebody is untrustworthy. Somebody also knows that somebody is two-faced as well. So this is a situation where you can be right now keeping someone guessing, because you could have found out that somebody's playing both sides against the middle as well. Also, for some of you all, this could be a situation where you found out, remember I said in the very beginning that somebody could have been getting indicted. You could be finding out that somebody set your ass up. Somebody basically, so this is a situation where if somebody would go out there and they knew that they was getting ready to go do some dirt, they would make sure that you were with them. Somebody always knew, or always had prepared to use somebody as a scapegoat. Well, if we get in trouble, I can just say it was his. That's why he was there. I mean, he already has. So this could be a situation, yeah, where somebody knows, somebody could have some type of criminal past, some type of criminal history. So we'll make somebody the perfect patsy is what I'm hearing. Something about a patsy. Somebody is being set up to take the fall for something. Somebody would hang around someone. Someone would keep somebody close. So this could be a situation where hypothetically speaking, this could be a situation where somebody could be used as a patsy. Okay, how can I say this? Okay, that bullshit about the terrorist attack or the shooter at the correspondence dinner, that shit looked fake. Okay, that looked fake. So this could be a situation where somebody was stood up to take the fall for that. So, after, you have footage of the dinner with these fake gunshots. You got half of the people still sitting there eating their food and everything. And so then you look at the news footage and everything, and then they have somebody, face down, getting handcuffed, and this was supposed to be the shooter. So this could be a situation where somebody is getting stood up like that. Somebody was under surveillance. Somebody has been under surveillance. This could also be a situation where I said somebody was keeping somebody close, where somebody was keeping you close. So basically they could either watch you. They could watch you. So they could watch you. Hey, Skull. You lost your kids. Yeah, that's fucked up. I've been there. People be always thinking that they know what's best for your kids. Like, how could you possibly know what's best for my kids? Like, I brought them into the world. But you could be finding out that somebody is two-faced. Okay? Also, you could be finding out that the reason why somebody basically switched up on you and everything is because somebody is entertaining somebody else. Also, you could also find out that the reason why somebody switched up on you is because somebody went back to their ex in the month of May. So you're calling your person, you're trying to spend time with your person, or you need your person and your person is too busy to come over. Your person is too this, too that, whatever. And you can find out that the reason why your person is too busy is because your person is entertaining somebody else. Betrayal behind kindness. Somebody is using somebody as a scapegoat. I just keep hearing patsy. Somebody is being used as a patsy. So this could be a situation where, you know what this is giving me? Fun with Dick and Jane. With, what's his face? Jim Carrey and Taya Leone. And, he basically worked for an investment analyst company or whatever. And it's supposed to be, a parody about the whole Enron situation right before 9/11. And so, he was a low level, analyst, and he worked like on the first floor and everything. And then one day, the top execs, the owner of the company and, one of the vice presidents or whatever of a department, they asked to see him. And next thing you know, he's going all the way up to the penthouse of the building and everything. And they say, you know what, Dick? We like your style. We want you to represent the company. We want you to go on Dateline tomorrow. We're going to promote you to our new executive analyst, whatever. We want you to go on TV, be the face. And so he's thinking like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I finally made it. And he goes home, tells his wife, Jane, and, he's like, you should, quit your job and everything because now, I've gotten promoted. I'm going to be making all this money. And so, she does all that. And so he does the interview with Dateline, and basically he's used as a patsy because as he's doing the interview, all of the, hey, Terrell, all of the stock from the company is plummeting and everything because basically the owners have embezzled the money and, and the whole Enron situation. So basically they just propped him up to take the fall for the company, going down. And so now, he's the face of this disaster. People are losing their pensions. and everything. So I'm getting a situation like that where, you know, all of a sudden you could have been getting all kinds of attention, and, you know, this could be from, like, you know, people higher up, you know, the food chain or the corporate ladder or whatever. You know, all of a sudden, you know, they want to hang with you, or they want you around, or, you know, they want to confer with you. And so you're thinking that, you know, you are achieving a milestone in your career or a milestone in your life, unknowingly, I mean, without knowing that the reason why these people, you know, want to bring you into whatever I have time for you now is because they basically need to either pick your brain about a situation, or they need, you know, you to be their alibi, or, you know, basically they need you to be the fall guy. And you could be realizing this. And as a result, you can be, you know, putting boundaries up with someone. Like, not only you going to put boundaries up with someone, Capricorn, you're just going to cut somebody off. Like, somebody is going to see how quick you can go from being a nice guy to a fucking asshole. And it'll be well deserved in some instances. Okay? So, basically, you're going to give people what they were giving to you in the month of May. You know what I mean? Like, confirmation. You know, like, this is going to be like somebody just took your kindness for weakness, or you just see where somebody is trying to play you for a fool, or somebody's trying to take advantage of you. And so, you know, this person is so used to, you know, possibly being able to do this with you and everything. Till this month, you're going to put up a boundary that's so fucking high that they've never seen it before. Like, you're literally, so this could be a situation where you have loved somebody so deeply and so much that it didn't really matter what happened. Somehow, if this person ever called you, you would be there. I mean, this could be your child. You know what I mean? If this person ever needed you, you would be there. There's never been one time that this person has ever called on you and you weren't there for them. There's not one time that this person ever needed you and you weren't there for them. Even if you guys were like on the outs, even if you guys weren't speaking, even if you guys had broken up. But because you love this person so much, whenever they needed you, you would always come running. So now this is to a point now where I don't know what you found out, but, you know, you could have found something out, or you could just be tired of somebody's on again, off again behavior. But somebody is going to call on you who's always been able to call on you and depend on you in the past. And you're going to shock the hell out of them, because basically you're going to tell somebody to kiss your ass this month, Capricorn. Like, in a nutshell, like, I need some money for my car, so, or I'm hearing somebody hit somebody like this, for real. All right, I got you. Let me call you right back. You're gonna be hitting somebody with that. All right, I got you. Let me call you right back. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm gonna call you right back. You're gonna be just as polite and nice. You know what I'm saying? Never doggish. I'm seeing, no, somebody's not going to be doggish about it. Somebody is just done. So this is a situation where somebody is just done. Like, I'm done. And this could just be like for just, you know, like, I don't know. That just seems to be the energy for a lot of people. Like, just done. Like, people have just reached a point where they're tired of waiting for someone. They're tired of waiting for something. You know, you're tired of being gaslit. You're tired of being made to feel like confused, like you don't know what's going on. Like I said, because somebody is all over the place, or somebody's not dependable, you can't, you know, really basically plan with this person, or you can't, you know, make forward motion or forward progress with someone, because that person doesn't know what they want, and they're all over the fucking place. And so as a result, you're all over the fucking place. But I do see where some boundaries are going to be put up, and somebody basically is going to get what they have. They're going to get they're going to reap the souls that they've planted. Somebody is not used to you telling them no. And that's going to be a shock for someone. Like, you know, this could be a kid. You know, no matter how many times they go out there and run up the credit card, you know, mom and dad would always pay for it. You know what I mean? Or no matter how many times, you know, they would go out there and get in trouble and everything, mom and dad would always come and bail them out. And so this will be a time where they go out there and get in trouble and they call mom and dad are going to be like, you just going to have to sit there and think about it. I'm not coming to get you anymore. Somebody is done. Somebody's done. This could be a situation where, and what sign was that? Where I said somebody could be in and out of jail. Libra, you could be dealing with a Libra, where somebody is always in some type of trouble. Somebody is always running from the law or in trouble with the law or got to go to court or been in jail or some shit like that. I'm just, you know, not just this situation, but this is a situation that's standing out. But, you know, an example, somebody is always in some shit. All right. And they've always been able to call you and you've always bailed them out, or you've always, you know, gotten them out. So if they get locked up, you know, you would put your house up to get them out of jail, or you would find the money to pay for an attorney, or you would, you know, work an extra shift to put some money on their books and, you know, do whatever it was that you needed to do, you know, to support your person no matter what. Somebody could be tired of doing that. This could also be a situation where you waiting for somebody to grow the fuck up. And you've been dealing with this person for 20 years and this person still acts like they're a fucking kid. Alright? This person is still doing childlike shit. This person still behaves immaturely. This person has not grown up. This is a kid that's never grown up. So this is Peter Pan. So this is somebody at 40 years old that's still catching cases and still doing dumb shit out here. And so, you know, you could just be saying like, dude, you know, like, when are you going to grow up? Like, when are you going to get your shit together? Because we can't make forward progress as a couple because somebody's always in and out of jail. So you can't really, you know, plan or anything like that because somebody is home one day, gone the next. Somebody basically never grew up. You're like, you are the same person that you were when we were 17 years old. You've not grown up one bit. And you could be sick of it. It's time to make somebody grow up, Capricorn. Or it's time for you to grow up. Somebody just wants to, and this is also a situation too, with the situationship, mixed boundaries, mixed signals, unclear boundaries. This is also a situation where I did just say somebody is used to being able to tiptoe in and out of somebody's life. So this would always be a friends with benefits situation. So this person could get all of the benefits of a girlfriend or wife from someone without actually having to make that commitment. And you could be tired of that now. You realize now that this person will never wife you or marry you, you know, or sir, you could be realizing that this woman she's never going to settle down. She's never going to do right. And you could be putting your foot down about that. Like I'm getting like a lot of coming to realizations, not so much about your person, but about you for the month of May, Capricorn, where it's like, okay, is you know, where people say, I can't control what you do. I can only control what I do. So this could be where, you know, you were involved in a situation and you thought the answer was to try to control what they do, to try to control their movements or to try to control the situation, thereby bringing about, you know, your desired outcome. And really all you've done is locked yourself in a situation that was unhealthy, because if you have to sit there and direct the motherfucker or guide somebody, you know, or constantly have to show somebody how to treat you or how to behave with you, well, then you don't need that person. I mean, I could say that now at my age, you know, from all of my experiences now. But, you know, somebody could be coming to that realization, like, if I have to do all that to keep your ass put If I have to go out here and rob trains and everything to, you know, to buy you the finer things in life just so you'll be interested in me, well then I don't need it anymore. I don't want it anymore. And you could really just be putting your foot down about that. And somebody is not going to be used to seeing that side of you. Somebody is going to go, for a lack of a better analogy, somebody is going to go from ishy squishy gum or marshmallow to like rock hard rock candy. Like, I'm hearing no more Mr. Nice Guy or no more Mrs. Nice Girl. This is a situation where you were constantly trying to be with someone, you know, constantly trying to spend time with, you know, this person, be with this person, try to build a relationship with this person, try to make something real of whatever situationship this was. And for whatever the reason, your person never had time. They didn't want it. They didn't have time to do it. And so for some of you all, now this person, I did say that at the beginning of the reading, somebody could be coming to you now like, Capricorn, I'm finally ready. You know what I'm saying? I see now that you're the one, Capricorn. I love you. Let's make, you know, let's make a go of this. Let's really, really try. And you are going to go from this, like, for real? You really want to try? You really mean it? Like, nigga, fuck you. Okay? Try these nuts. How about that? I'm cool now. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. So why don't you try and take that with whomever kept you from offering that to me 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, when I actually wanted it. Okay? Now I don't care. So, you know, and somebody could be getting their face cracked. Yeah, somebody could be getting their face cracked. Somebody could be proposing to somebody and getting rejected too. So if you're proposing to someone, Capricorn, because you think that's what's going to make the relationship work or keep this person put, don't do it, because all you're going to do is be buying a ring that you're going to end up having to take back. And I'm speaking in a romantic sense. If you were in a situation with someone and for whatever the reason, you know, one person was more in love than the other. And so the one that was in love, they broke their back to make you see, or you broke your back to make this person see, you know, whatever, that you are love and this is real and you're the one and they should pick you. And they never did. And so now you're starting to, you know, to see where this person who once tried so hard is not as available as they used to be, is not as loving as they used to be, is not as understanding as they used to be. And so now, you know, you could be panicking like, oh shit, you know, I think I might have fucked that up. I think I might have lost this person. So let me, you know, try to figure out, you know, what I can do to make this person stay, or to make this person fall in love with me, or to keep this person, you know, to keep their love flowing my way. And somebody could think that, you know, proposing to somebody is the answer. Somebody is going to get rejected. And even if they don't reject you at the moment when you're asking them, somebody could say yeah. But it's not going to be, if they do say yeah, it's not going to be like, yeah. It's just going to be like, well, let me say yeah in case nothing better comes along. Or let me say yeah, and then hopefully I can make myself feel it again. Or let me say yeah, you know, just, you know, out of like safety precaution, not because they actually want to marry you or want to be engaged. Okay? So keep that in mind, Caps. All right, let's put some tarot. First thing that came out was the High Priestess card. So something could be going on with the Cancer. You could be dealing with the Cancer in secret. All right, what came out in the reverse was the Fool card, the Magician, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. Or I'm sorry, Four of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. Alright, so somebody was constantly waiting for somebody. Somebody was constantly waiting for somebody to pour into their cup, pour into them, to give back. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could also be dealing with a Cancer. Okay. So you could be dealing with the Cancer, and basically, you know, you could have been dealing with somebody. You could be this Cancer, or you could have been dealing with the Cancer. All right. With this Fool card in reverse. With this Fool card in reverse, somebody believed that somebody was going to marry them. Somebody believed that somebody could settle down. Somebody believed that they could wife someone up. All right. And they believe that because somebody led them to believe that. So this is, I'll settle down when or, you know, just let me finish this one project and I'll have more time. Or, you know, there was always just one more thing. So basically somebody was waiting. So I'm getting, there could have been a man that was waiting for a woman to basically settle down. Or a man waiting for a woman to choose him. A man waiting for, you know, or, you know, this could be same sex. However, put the energies where they fit. You know, but waiting to fill the role of a wife. So this could be somebody who got with someone perhaps when they were young, and, you know, the thing that attracted, you know, you to this person or this person to you was that, you know, you were unpredictable, you were wild, you always kept this person guessing. So whereas everybody else would kind of like just fall to this person's feet and dote on them and worship them, you know, they were nothing special to you. And so, you know, their ego kicked in. You know, you became an obsession, or you became a challenge for this person. And so, you know, the more you said no, or the more you resisted, the more this person had to have you. And, you know, somebody basically thought that they were going to be able to turn, I'm also hearing turn a hoe into a housewife. This is a situation where you believe that you would be able to raise somebody up. So, you know, say you are somebody who has, you know, money and or influence. I'm getting hot. You have money and or influence. And so you start dealing with, you know, say a younger person. And this person doesn't have as much as you. So, you know, you figure that you'll wine and dine this person. You'll expose them to the nicer things in life. You know, you will dote on them and give them all the good things. So this person you could be dealing with an Aquarius. So because that came out in the Aquarius reading, I believe. That this person will be so, you know, grateful that you love them. This person will be so grateful that you're so generous and kind with your belongings, or, you know, so generous and kind, like helping them out with bills, or, you know, nurturing them, looking out for them, or whatever, that this person basically will be devoted to you. This person will settle down and be what you need them to be. Hold on for a minute, y'all, because see, I'm getting hot when I say that. So that lets me know I'm on point. Please excuse my shirt. I've been outside painting today. Let me turn this fan on too. That, you know, they'll be so enchanted is what I'm hearing, enamored, so grateful, so indebted to somebody that basically, you know, you would have control over this person. This person would basically, you know, feel obligated to you or feel loyal to you. You know what I mean? Like you would be able to buy somebody's loyalty. You'd be able to buy somebody's love. You would be able to buy somebody. And for whatever the reason, that just didn't work out. And so somebody is basically, like, okay, I see that this is never, like, this person is never going to be what I need them to be. She's never going to settle down. She's never going to, or this could just be a situation where somebody, was trying to, again, buy somebody's love or stick it out, hoping that, they would choose you. Somebody is just basically like, she's never going to be mine. You know what I mean? She's never going to want me that way. She's never going to marry me. So this is a situation where you could have been like in a long engagement with somebody, and you guys have been engaged for like 4 or 5 years. And every time you guys go to set a date, this person comes up with the reason why you all can't get married right now, why you all should wait, why the time isn't right. It's always something. And you basically are coming to the realization like this person is basically procrastinating because they really don't want to do it. Somebody is always coming up with excuses because they really don't want to be with me. Somebody basically was able to keep somebody, was able to lead somebody on for quite a long time doing that. So, yeah. You most definitely could be dealing with the Cancer. I mean, this woman could be a Cancer, or, or you could be a Cancer dealing with the Capricorn. I don't know. But the big to-he was, or, yeah, the big to-he is, somebody really didn't want to get married. Also, somebody is finding out, too, that somebody isn't pregnant or wasn't pregnant. Also, somebody could be telling you the truth that they weren't pregnant by you. Or you could want to tell somebody the truth. And that could have been a conversation where, you came clean about something. I have to tell you the truth, or, perhaps you suspected it, or, and somebody finally came clean about it. And so as a result of coming clean, or as a result of somebody finding this out, they are going to be ice fucking cold. So this is a situation where somebody would have given somebody the sun, the moon, and the stars. They love this person so much. Whatever this is, or whatever, that's done. Somebody will get nothing but a cold, heartless, non-feeling person. Somebody basically just lied about wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to be with someone. And that just was not what it was. Also, you could find out that somebody was doing some type of work on you, or work to break you up from somebody. So say your ex wasn't really ready to let you go or something like that, and then you got with someone else. Somebody basically could have been doing some type of breakup spell, or getting, going to somebody to put, some type of work on you, so you and your person will break up, not be together as well. There's definitely something going on with a Cancer, baby. Like, something happened where it caused a tower. Somebody cannot lie about a situation anymore. Somebody basically has to come clean because they can't lie anymore. Somebody possibly could have been trying to hide the fact that the baby may not have been somebody's, and they were able to hide this for quite some time. And for whatever the reason, some information came out and they're not able to do it. Also, somebody could have given somebody something too, and that's the reason why. Somebody could have, okay, so somebody could have given somebody something. Somebody could have burnt somebody. That's number one. Number two, somebody could have dropped a jewel of knowledge or dropped some type of tea on somebody. Hey, Liz, what is it? Kilbasi, El Ezekiel, well, thank you for joining me. How about that? So this could be a situation where somebody dropped a little piece of little negative information on somebody, and as a result, that relationship is over now. Somebody basically, so this could be a situation where, all right, I'm gonna say trigger warning. So this could be a situation where you were dealing with someone, and say somebody had, say somebody had herpes. All right. You were dealing with this person and they never told you. Or they didn't tell you before you started having sex with them. And now that you found out, you've cut the relationship off. Somebody could have possibly have helped, I'm just using this as whatever, but it's something along those lines for some. And this person could possibly, they didn't tell you because they didn't. I'm getting that they didn't not tell you because they were trying to hurt you. They didn't tell you either because they didn't know the right time to tell you, or because they didn't want you to react the way that you're reacting. They didn't want the relationship to end. So this could be a situation where somebody is HIV positive, but they take the medicine and everything, so it's undetected. And perhaps they started dealing with someone and, they never told their person. And somehow that information came out, that information got out. And so now you like, well, why you ain't tell me? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you do that? How could you put me in a situation like that and not tell me? And the person is like, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to leave. I didn't want you to break up. I didn't want, you to break up with me or whatever. And now this person is like, no. For some, you could have given your person this. So, like say somebody did have something, you know what I mean? And as careful as they may have been, they still could have slipped up and their person caught it. And that's how their person knows. And their person is done. So you'll see. So it'll be like somebody who was once so loving 1 second is cold as fucking ice the next. This is like, you mean to tell me you could just cut me off like that and it just be over just like that? Like after all these years, after everything, and somebody is like, just like that. And they mean it. Hi, Candy Lane. You have to look. What do I see for you? I just met you, so I don't see anything yet. But at the end of the reading, if you're still on here, I will answer that, try to answer that question as briefly as I can. But yeah, somebody is like, hey, Chastity. What's up, girl? Like, yeah, I'm just like that. It's done. I'm done. That relationship is over. Somebody is with this magician, with this fool in reverse, the magician in reverse, the tower in reverse, the 4 of cups in the reverse. All right. This is also a situation where you could have found out that somebody could have terminated a pregnancy. So this is a situation where somebody could have came up pregnant and they knew that they didn't want to be tied down in a relationship or be tied to someone or whatever it is, and so they could have terminated that pregnancy, but they never told their person that they were pregnant and that they terminated the pregnancy. Somebody could find that out as well, because somebody really wanted a baby. Somebody could have really wanted to have a baby with someone. So remember, I've been saying how one person was more in love than the other person, right? And so the person who was in love, they could have wanted to have a baby with, the other person. And the other person, for whatever reason, namely because they weren't as in love, they didn't want to have a baby. They didn't want to be tied down. They didn't want to be tied to you. They didn't want to have a baby. But, they knew that you really wanted to have a baby and that you really wanted to have a baby with them. So then they scampered off in secret and they could have terminated the pregnancy. And you could be finding this out. Because perhaps you're at that age now. And for some of you all, you could find out that your person was basically telling you that they were unable to have kids, or they didn't understand why they weren't getting pregnant. They weren't getting pregnant because they were taking the pill. Or some type of contraceptive and they weren't telling you. I mean, in a nutshell, they don't love you the way that you love them. Okay? So if you were dealing with somebody and their energy always seemed to be all over the place, you could never quite pin somebody down. You could never quite, pin somebody down and make like solid plans with them, make future plans with them. That's because somebody was not invested in a relationship and or a situation the way that you are, Capricorn. They're just not. But, whatever this is, but here's the thing. For some of you all, for a lot of you all, you already knew that this person was not into it the way that you're into it. They've given you all of the signs, all of the, signals that, they're just here possibly because they don't have anything else going on in their life, or, they're with you possibly because nobody is going to treat them, as good as you treat them, or whatever the situation is. But they have shown you already that they aren't into you the way that you're into them. And now that you're kind of like internalizing that and you're accepting that, you about to flip the switch. All that gushy Mr. Nice Guy shit is gone. Now that I know that basically I'm wasting my time and you're not going to give me whatever it is that I need, or I'm not going to be able to have a family with you, or I'm not going to get this promotion at your job, at this job or whatever it is. Now that I know these things, I don't need to sit and keep investing my time and energy into a no-win situation. I'm never going to get the love from you that, I want. So let me stop trying to do that. You're going to stop letting people, take advantage of you for the month of May. Capricorn. Somebody's not going to be able to pull on your heartstrings. Somebody is not going to be able to use you and or manipulate you the way that they used to. Somebody done brought something home. Somebody brought something home, and that's going to change. That's about to change everything. Somebody brought something home, and the reason why that's going to change everything is I'm getting, whatever situation this is, you've put a considerable amount of time and energy into your person. Like, you've been dealing with this person since school, since like time. You know what I mean? Like, you could have, been with somebody throughout high school, throughout college. Like, this was your person. You guys you have years together. You have history together. And basically, when it comes time to get married or whatever, this person never considered you. So this is kind of like somebody who's been dealing with someone off and on for many, many years. And, they kept doing it because they were hoping that, eventually their person would see, like, they were the one that they should marry. And but in actuality, all that backfired because all that person did was just put you in, you know what I'm saying, the little crush groove, category where they would call you when they needed some or, whatever it is. And so basically, somebody is done waiting. Somebody sees now it's never going to be me. It's never going to be me. And I think somebody is getting that through their head now. Somebody will flow in and out. And, they will mess with this one. They will mess with that one. Somebody also could have gotten engaged on somebody too. Like, I've been dealing with you for 20 years. You met this bitch and you've known her for 2 weeks and you asked her to marry you. And I've been sitting here with your ass for 50 years and you still haven't asked me to marry you. So, yeah. Once somebody gets to that point, it's a wrap for their person. They're not going to care. Going back to the like sex thing or the STD or whatever, this could be a situation too where somebody is basically gonna have hate in their heart for someone, contempt, utter disgust for someone. So say this is a situation where somebody has, herpes or just, somebody could have been messing around with more than one person. All right. And they know it's a possibility that they could have, they've been messing around with more than one person. And so before they come back or before they lay down with you unprotected, they go and get themselves checked out. They got that respect factor. They might not be faithful, but they respect you. You know what I'm saying? And so this is, pretty much how it's been, whatever this is that comes out, this person will go out here and fuck somebody else and come home and sleep with your ass the same night without taking a shower, without anything. I don't even want to see what I heard what I hear. Okay. But I am going to say this. I hear or I see a woman who has sexual relations, oral relations with one person and will come home and kiss a person in the mouth. Which for a woman is probably the most disrespectful thing you can do to a man. There's somebody out there that's going to do that. Or flip the roles. There could be a man that'll go and put his mouth on somebody and then come home and kiss the person who he basically they discuss him in the mouth. Like somebody, I don't know what this is, but you ain't got shit coming from this person. I don't know what this is. But somebody, whatever information this is, as much as somebody loves someone, that's going to be how much they hate this person. No respect. None. No respect. No loyalty. No nothing. Don't expect it from this person once whatever this information comes out, because you'll be setting yourself for failure. So At the very beginning of the reading, I said that somebody could be trying to come back after they played somebody so badly in the past. And basically, you know, in their mind, they're thinking that they'll be able to get you back the way that they had you, or you'll forgive them because you always forgave them in the past. Somebody basically, made their person believe that they had a chance, only to get them wrapped up or get them caught up in a situation so they could exact their revenge. Somebody's about to do somebody so nasty. Just nasty. Nasty. Somebody is going to have an outbreak and go out there and fuck their person. Or flare up or whatever and go fuck their person. So be careful out there, baby. If you know that you've done somebody ill and you've done somebody wrong, my advice is if you, Capricorn, have done whatever illness or violence this is to somebody, I wouldn't even go back to that person. Because you're going to be crying. You hurt somebody or you did somebody so dirty that they may not have expressed how much they hate you. But if you go back, they're going to show you. They're not over that, baby. You're not forgiven. Yeah. Heavy, heavy, heavy Cancer. Somebody is trying to figure out where your mind is at, Capricorn, if that makes sense. So this is a situation how, and we've all done it, where you done hurt somebody's feelings or you done made somebody mad. And so now you're panicking like, oh my God, like I really fucked up this time. You know what I'm saying? And so now you're calling the person and it's like, you trying to figure out, you trying to make small talk. You trying to figure out, how mad this person is or whatever. Somebody could be doing that to you right now, Capricorn. So somebody got caught doing something, and when you got caught or whoever caught you, they just didn't say anything. They just walked away. And perhaps you've not heard from this person. Hey, Rizalina. Not to do with the neighbor. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, somebody got some information. Somebody's trying to figure out like how they're going to handle a situation. Like you're not hearing from this person because this person basically somebody's trying to figure out if they can get over whatever this is. That's the reason why you've not heard from them, because they don't know. So say you told your person that you were cheating on them. Say, I'm talking to a woman. You done told your boyfriend that you done cheated on them. You know what I'm saying? And men, they don't handle cheating the way women do. Like men, that shit hurts. I mean, it hurts a woman, but it hurts a man. First of all, it hurts a man because not only does it hurt his heart, but it hurts his ego and his pride as a man. So it's just like when a man finds out that his woman is cheating, that shit shakes him to the core, because, in his mind, he giving her that good dick. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else can dick her down like me. And lo and behold, he find out there's a whole other man up in that. You know what I'm saying? So men don't take stuff like that well. And, you could have told your person something and they've kind of been radio silent ever since. And so you're trying to figure out, like, what are they thinking? Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to stay? Are they going to go? Can they forgive me? Somebody's trying to figure out if they can forgive you. Somebody doesn't know if they can forgive you, or you don't know if you can forgive somebody, Capricorn. Like, somebody doesn't know if they're going to be able to get past something. Somebody was out here reckless. So this could be a situation where, you're with your person and you know that your person has a tendency to creep out. You know what I mean? You know that, hey, Miss Vanderbilt, hey, baby. NK Ultra Mind Control Government Hunting Games. I don't know what that means, but if that's to say that the government watches channels like this, absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. They're scared of people who can read, because how do you keep a secret from somebody like that? And I'm not saying I'm the best reader out there. You got people who are way more psychic than me, but I do know that the government does have, they got whole departments dedicated to watch tarot channels and to watch, And I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Push with Dakota Fanning and Chris Evans. It's about 10, 15 years old, but basically it's about, a government agency called Division, and basically they track down people who have, supernatural abilities. So people like me who can read, they call us watchers. And then, people who had telekinetic, abilities and things like that, that's a good movie. So if anybody is on here, if you've never seen that movie, watch that movie. It's called Push. Very good. But yes, the government, they do hunt us down. And trust me, and if you are too good of a reader, your channel will somehow get fucked up or get disabled. This is actually my second channel. So everything in Gaza, I called 3-4 years ago. I just didn't know that it was going to be in Gaza and Israel, but I did say there was going to be some type of crisis in the Middle East, so readers, we have to worry about stuff like that. But anyway, back to this. So somebody could have known that their person had a tendency to tip out, to cheat or whatever. And so, you, for whatever the reason, always accepted your person back, or you two always found a way to make it through. You two always said human trafficking. Yeah. Somebody after my own heart, Austin Jackson. But you two always found a way, your person always found a way to forgive you, always found a way to stay in that relationship, whether it be, for example, I once asked my grandmother when I found out that, my grandfather had a outside baby. And I said, well, Grandma, how do you stay with Grandpa after, you done found out he had a baby on you? And she said, well, look around. Look at my lifestyle. He'll give me anything that I want. So why should I give up my life to a woman just because, or, give my life over to this woman? Why should I give my man over to this woman and let her live my lifestyle? Which, to be fair, I do kind of agree with. So this could be a situation where you were in a relationship like this, or you were in a situation like this. And even though, you would be getting, violated in some way, or the relationship or situation would get violated in some way and everything, you could still find a way to stay in it. And you could find a way to rationalize why you were there. You know what I mean? Like, he cheats, but I'm the one that he comes home to. He might be out here doing X, Y, and Z, but he ain't never brought no babies home. He ain't never brought me home no diseases. He ain't never da-da-da-da-da. Well, one of those things has changed. And somebody done brought somebody home something. And so now, okay, that whole dynamic has changed. You can't now sit and rationalize your person's, misdoings against you, or how your person is reckless in the relationship, or how this job doesn't value you, or, how disrespectful your kids might be. That little, whatever Delulu handkerchief or shield that we could put on ourselves to help us rationalize bad shit, so that way we could find, the gumption to stay and still be able to look ourselves in the mirror, that's gone. somebody is not going to be able to do it, or it's not even going to be so much as somebody is not going to be able to do it. Somebody just ain't going to do it anymore. Like, somebody is going to be like, enough is enough. Now, enough is a fuck enough. I done put up with this, and now you want to bring home this? Like, I'm done. Enough. Like, you could be pushing somebody to their limit, Cap, or somebody pushed you to their limit. So this is somebody milked the fucking cow until there was no more milk in the tit. And so now you are just, it's over. It's done. Like, you have no more patience to give. You have no more slacks to give. Like, you can't give nobody no more slack. Like, I ain't got no more slacks to give. You can't give nobody no more patience. Like, I don't have any more patience to give. You're done. If they ain't got it by now, they'll never fucking get it. And as a result, now somebody is going to see that other side of you that they've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? They might have seen like a little glimpse, but they never thought that somebody never thought that you would ever get tired of their shit. Somebody never thought that the day would come where you would be like, go fuck yourself. Okay? Like, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. And you mean it. Somebody is going to be so cool about the shit. Like, it's not going to be no hollering, no arguing, none of that. It's just, somebody's going to tell you what they got to tell you. You're going to find this information out and you're going to be like, okay. Somebody's just going to be like, okay. And that's going to be it. They're going to say, okay. And then they're going to exit stage left, whether that's physically or emotionally. But somebody is going to be done in the month of May for you, Capricorn. All right. So that is what I have. And I'm going to pull from the stank on your box, so I'll get some names. Somebody was trying to avoid a tower. And so I'm trying to avoid this tower. Somebody was just telling lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. So going back to this was a situation where somebody basically could have been out here fooling around. And you knew that they were fooling around, but because, like I said, nobody ever, called your phone, or because, your person never brought anything home, or because, it's like putting your life in somebody else's hands. Right, exactly. You putting your life and your coochie in somebody else's hand, or your penis in somebody else's hand, because not only do you have to watch what you do, now you got to watch what they do and watch what the person who they're messing with is doing. So that's a whole lot of juices mixing. That's a whole lot of responsibility. That's what my mom has said years ago. She ended up with it all. Yeah, somebody is done. That's all somebody, like, I'm done. They're not going to argue. They're not going to fight. Somebody's going to come home. The locks are going to be changed. Somebody's going to come home. And you know how, like, a man come home after his wife done left him, and all he comes home to is like cardboard boxes and newspaper everywhere. Somebody's going to come home to that. Somebody's going to come home and try to withdraw some money from the bank. The bank account's going to be empty or closed. Somebody's like, cool. Okay. Okay, yeah. Most definitely. Somebody can't lie anymore. They can't lie. They can't lie about who they've been with. They can't lie about what they've been doing. Like, you can't deny the evidence, whether the evidence be that somebody has something that they can't get rid of and they've given it to you, whether the evidence be that somebody has basically sent someone a message as well. This could be a text message. This could be some pictures. This could be something that shows, their person with someone else. Also, somebody is screenshotting text messages and sending it to Renee. I'm 100. Okay, I'm glad, baby. But somebody is, text messages, screenshotting text messages. So this is a situation where your person could have been going between you and somebody else, right? And basically, you know, when they were off with that person, that's when they would come to you. All right. And when they fell out with you, they would go to this person. So basically, they were just happy bouncing, you know, in between you all. And perhaps you and this other person knew about each other. And so, you know, that was your arch nemesis. If I find out that you messing around with this person, I'm going to be done. Perhaps the other person said the same thing. And your person was always so, especially if you're dealing with a cancers, because cancers are very, very, very sneaky. Meaning that is the sign. If don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing was a sign, it'd be a fucking Cancer. Okay. And so somebody was very crafty in being able to, like I said, bounce in and out. Hey, Lynx, thank you for joining me. Was, you know, very crafty in being able to bounce, you know, between these two people, right? Without anyone really having any hard, concrete proof that they were seeing the other. Well, somebody then got wind that their person was dealing with the other one. And somebody is either calling that other person or sending that other person screenshots of the text. Well, he said that he don't mess with you, and he said he don't love you. And the other person is like, oh, that's what he said? Oh, did he? Tell you what, check your text messages. And somebody is, you know, sending screenshots of the person talking about how much they love them and how they gonna marry them and how, you know, they've only always wanted to marry them and nobody else, and how they not fucking with you, and how you were never the one, and how they are, hey boss, hey Goldus, Coldus, hey baby, thank you for joining me. You know, like how they not fucking with you, and how, you know, they done told you, you know, 1,000 times that they don't want you, and how, you know, somebody was just talking just mad shit, right? About you possibly to somebody else. And hey, Skull Bay, you back? Skull Man, you back? And so, you know, this person sends the other person text messages. And so now they get to read everything. She not good in bed. Her coochie dry. I don't even want to fuck her. I don't even like having sex with her. Somebody said that. I told her I don't want to be with her. I told her I'm just there for the kids, or I'm just there until da-da-da-da-da. And the person is reading this like, oh, this is all news to me. Oh, I didn't know you was just here for the kids. I didn't know my coochie was dry. For real? Oh. So you sit there and discuss me with another bitch? Oh. Okay. You supposed to be taking her to Puerto Rico? Oh. But you all never had no money for the bills. And we don't ever have no money to go out. Oh, okay. You let her suck her toes? Nigga, you suck toes? Woo! I didn't even know you suck toes. Wow, somebody is finding out all about their person, okay, through text messages. Somebody basically screenshotted and sent the other person messages. So there's no way. Remember I said that there's no way for somebody to lie now. Somebody can't hide behind any excuses. Somebody can't hide behind any lies. Somebody has put somebody on blast. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Because when a Scorpio always comes with receipts. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio. But somebody basically just they just put it all out there. And you done read this. You like, oh, okay. That's all you're going to say is, okay. So now your person is calling you because you know you're not picking up the phone. They trying to figure out what it is that you going to do. Because you're not saying anything. Somebody is getting ready to clean someone's clock. Period. I'm not even getting violence. Somebody is so done until they're not even mad. Elizabeth, thank you for joining me. Somebody is so disgusted and so done until they're not even mad. Like, they don't even, I'm like, I'm not going to put my hands on you. Somebody has nothing to say. Somebody quite literally has no conversation for somebody. Like somebody is done. Like it's beyond stick a fork in it. Somebody, like, you are dead to this person, or this person is dead to you. So like if this is a situation where, you know, you are in some type of marriage or marriage like situation, you might not be leaving physically, but oh baby, you getting your ducks in a row. Oh yes, now you're preparing to leave. You just ain't left yet, but you leaving. On that midnight train to Georgia. Georgia could be significant. Somebody's name could be Gladys. Somebody's last name could be Knight. Somebody could be leaving at night. Oh, but somebody's leaving. For sure, somebody's leaving. Like a thief in the night. That's what I'm hearing, like a thief in the night. Somebody, white lilies, you could have white date confirmation. Okay. I gotta go in a second. My Uber shift is starting. But you could have like white lilies blooming, red roses. You can have a rose bush confirmation. Also, there's somebody that red could possibly be their favorite. Also, there's a situation. Well, not there's a situation. One of the reasons why somebody basically never confirmed or denied whether or not they wanted to be with you, because somebody is nice with that money. Somebody keeps somebody in red bottoms. Somebody treated somebody like a queen. Somebody was a fool to treat somebody like a queen. But whoever, you know, this person was, they weren't going to say a word because, you know, you probably treated them better than anybody's ever treated them in their life. Somebody got exposed to shit. Somebody, so this could be where somebody was a piece of shit and you treated this person like a human. Like, so this could be some where somebody basically cleaned somebody up. They didn't know anything. They didn't have anything before they got with you or before they met you. Confirmation again. And, you know, they knew that basically you were the best that they, you know, could get. Or they knew this about you. So, no, they weren't trying to fuck that up. Who else gonna put red bottoms on my feet? This person didn't even know what red bottoms were before they met you. Or if they did know, they weren't like, you know, this is somebody who they knew about it from like a video or some shit like that, but they've never met like the caliber of people who that's like their regular shoe day. That's like my go to the store shoes or something like that. You know what I mean? Somebody had dough. Somebody was with somebody who had money. And that's the reason why they didn't want to let this person go. Or this is the reason why they kept a secret from this person, because somebody had dough and they basically were taken care of. This person would take care of them. Somebody lied to the death. Remember, I did say that something about paternity could be coming out. So it could also be coming out that, and this could be a situation where you guys, so say back in the day, I said somebody has been dealing with, you know, their person since like high school or something like that, right? You said it's been over a long time. And when we gonna tell your ex? Like, go play in traffic. Sorry, that's to all the exes out here, because I just recently got an ex and I feel that way. Like, if you don't fall down the nearest manhole with cement socks on, I promise I'm gonna be so mad. But you know, so this could, you know, so like back in the day, you know, you came up, or your person came up pregnant, right? And so naturally they said that it's your baby. Why? Because you had the money. So, you know, all this time they've been saying that this is your baby. You've been taking care of them. You've been taking care of the baby. And you could find out, or somebody could, what reading was that? Either that was Aries or Libra, where I said somebody was going to get some information like, you know, that she was fucking with such and such back when you was fucking with such and such. And somebody's going to get that information, like confirmation. So this could be where you kind of suspected that your person could have been dealing with somebody else. You could have suspected that perhaps, you know, your child actually wasn't your child, that it was somebody else's child and everything. And now you're getting cold hard proof that that's exactly what it is. You're getting ready to cut somebody off. Them red bottoms that they have now, they better wear them fucking red bottoms until the fucking threads come apart, because that'll be the last pair of red bottoms you buy. For some of them, it'll be the last pair of red bottoms they ever have. Now, I'm just using, you know, the Louboutins as an example of, you know, how well somebody took care of someone. And basically, when you walk away from this person, how they're going to be hurting. So, yeah. All right, really fast. Let me grab some names. To the people who are asking me questions, when I come back tonight, I will answer the question, put it in the comments. All right, I'm going to try to. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Let's get these names. Boy. So that way I can hurry up and get out of here. I'm hungry too. I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner. All right. Let me put these back. My Capricorns. My Caps. And let me tell you something. This just sounds very much like Capricorn energy to be an asshole to somebody, especially when your feelings are hurt. Capricorns, I love y'all, but y'all are some assholes. And here's the thing. I don't think it's a Capricorn on here that would be like offended that I said that. Because Capricorns, for the most part, y'all know y'all some assholes. Y'all do. Y'all have a lot of good qualities, but y'all know that you can be a bit holish of the asses. I love Caps. Alright. And y'all not good liars either. Well, not shit. But it's easy to catch y'all up in a lie. I'm picking up the names off of the floor. Hold on for a second. I don't know, Caps. Because when you all get caught in a lie, you all do the best defense is offense tactic. So y'all try to get loud and all that. So that could be very, very much like, yeah, you about to flip on somebody. I didn't think I pulled that many out, but apparently I did. Alright, any more? Okay. Alright, somebody is about to snap, Capricorn. Winter, that could be somebody's name. Also, something about next spring is going to be significant. We have Gloria, Burns. The letter I could be significant. The number 6. We have Murphy, Devin. Somebody's gay lover is stalking you as well. Closed mouths don't get fed, so you need to speak up. We have Braxton, college graduate. So congratulations to those who are getting ready to graduate. The world is yours, but work for yourself, okay? Don't go to school. All right, don't do that. Work for yourself. You could be, married, but you're happy. So you could have thought that you were in a good marriage, a happy marriage as well. Somebody's going to get blindsided. We have Reed. Somebody wears a wig, but in this day and age. So, also, somebody could be sick. I did say that. and not telling you that they are sick or that they whatever. And you can notice because you see somebody who basically, you know, they have on a wig, and perhaps, you know, wigs weren't really their thing or whatever, so they look visibly ill, or you can just tell that something is up with them. I shouldn't say they look visibly ill. You need somebody thinks about you all the time. Troop could be significant as well. That could have been your song. All I do is think of you. Somebody could be messing with your car at this time. Severe weather changes, thunder, tornado, hurricane, and earthquakes are likely. I hope not here. Tupac says, so whatever your favorite Tupac song is, if you are a Tupac fan, that could be relevant to what's going on with you right now. We have Trey, Staten Island. We have Dixon. July could be significant. We have Ladon. We have Orlando. We also have Daytona, so somebody could be planning a trip to Florida as well. We have Parker. We have Austin and Houston. Texas could be significant. Louisiana. Pearl Road. We have a hotel. I don't know, somebody, you could catch somebody at the hotel, or you could be trying to book a hotel right now. Famine is coming. World War III. I forget what other sign had that. This could also be somebody is getting deployed. So somebody might have to go for, like, what is it, boot camp or something. I got mixed feelings, not even mixed feelings. I say don't go. I'm going to say that. Don't go. But we got Garrett. You can have a case right now. We have Sheila. Now they want you because they know that they fucked up. Yeah, somebody knows they fucked up. You be dealing with the Tatiana. Somebody has a mistress out here. Cleveland could be significant. We have Doreen, Grace. Somebody is trying to clean house before they come back to you. So if this is a situation where, you know, you could have caught somebody, I'm just using this as an example, you know, you caught somebody, or you know possibly that they've not been on the up and up, they are going to basically tie up all their loose ends before they come back to you. All right. We have Brad. We have Special. Somebody is a transgender and not telling. Okay, so maybe that's when I said what I thought it was, like the STD. It could be that somebody was dealing with somebody, they're transgender, they didn't tell their person, you know, perhaps because they were scared that their person would walk away and leave them, and for whatever the reason, their person could have found this out, and that's that. You're not sorry. So I don't know what somebody did, but you don't give a shit. We have McKay. We have Caesar. Yeah, I am gonna have to hurry up and go, y'all. We have Howard. The letter P could be significant. Curly hair could be significant. You got them nervous. We have Elton. Can I live? So you could feel like everybody is in your business. Everybody is watching you. I did say somebody feels like they're under surveillance. Always breathing down their neck or keeping tabs. We have Jada. Somebody is going through some type of baby mama drama. All right, so baby mama, somebody is bringing you some drama. We got Mike. We have Smith. We have Marlene. Hazel. It ain't over. Okay, you could be telling somebody that, like, it ain't over. Stay tuned. So going back to somebody, you could have found out some information and you like, okay, all right. South Carolina could be significant. We have Cartwright. We have Chloe. Somebody crossed you out for money. So, you hate somebody, okay? Or somebody hates you. But there's some hate going on. Somebody needs to sit back and enjoy the show. We have Dean. We have crying. So somebody, I don't know, it came out on the side. But somebody could be crying right now. We have Edwin. Somebody's a swinger out here, a female swinger. or somebody is into like the swinging lifestyle. Somebody's driving past your house. Somebody needs to be nosy and get some type of answers. You could be dealing with a Libra female. Somebody is making you wait on purpose. We have Ben. We have Fuller, Diamond, Sophia. Somebody is looking for you, whatever that means. We have Deshaun. White collar crime could be significant, or somebody is just like a white collar worker. Don't save them because they don't want to be saved. All right. We have Watson. It's too late to go back. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I'm cool. So whatever somebody did, lines were crossed, words were said, things were done where you can't go back. We have Brill. Whenever I see this, I think about Bill too. But Brill, somebody overheard supposed to hear. So that could be that little nugget of information that somebody got that made you want to say fuck them. Some tarot readers are watching this video. Somebody is about to copy. My whole Aries and Libra reading came out in somebody's divine feminine reading. Okay? Like words that I say and everything. So I already know the readers or the reader. There's one particular that watches me. I mean, it's all good. People got to get their inspiration from somewhere, right? You need to brush the dirt off your shoulders. Okay, this shit happened. Get over it. I'm not going to say it like that. Brush the dirt off your shoulders. Okay? They didn't cherish you when they had you. Fuck them. Don't let this person take another second, another minute, another ounce of your love, another ounce of your time, of anything. All right? If they didn't take advantage of it, or if they didn't appreciate it when they had it, fuck them. Fuck them. We have Elliot, and somebody is mad that they can't take your spot, as if they could. And shame on you for thinking you could. That's what you tell them, Capricorn, right? Like, shame on you for even thinking you could. Hey, Sunny Hoes. All right. You said, Noram, you've never asked me a question. I'm going to try to, let's see. My friend dreamed that there is a magic to hurt the place where she works. Can you confirm if it really is there and how to find it? Now, I can't tell you how to find the magic. All right. But is there some type of magic to hurt the place? So did somebody do some type of whatever to keep her from getting sales or whatever is what you're asking me? Somebody is, did somebody like unexpectedly get sick or? No, they did not. Somebody could have tried to break into the house or break into like her building, like some windows could have gotten smashed or something like that. But no, I don't see where anybody's doing any work. All right. Candy Lane, what do I see for you? That's a very broad question, Candy Lane. You said you just got served divorce papers. Freedom is what I see for you. Shit. All right, Candy Lane. Okay. I don't think you're sad about it. Yeah, a lot of reversals. What I see is this person may not Well, first of all, you could be in a toxic relationship, or you're definitely dealing with a Capricorn. You yourself could be a Capricorn, obviously. Also, there could be somebody who deals with the same sex. You could also be dealing with a Taurus as well. If you're not dealing with a Taurus, then you could be dealing with a Taurus. But if not, then obviously your marriage or your relationship is toxic. But more so than that, somebody could be dealing with the same sex, and that could be the reason why the relationship is over, unbeknownst to you. Somebody doesn't want to sleep with you. Somebody didn't want to work on a new beginning. None of that. Somebody doesn't want to work on that. Somebody wants it to be over. That's because somebody could possibly have a boyfriend. Okay? Girl, how do I know if you're going to be married in the future? Because the future changes every day. So, I don't, that's, I don't know. Is there anybody that you want to be married to? I mean, I don't know if you are a Scorpio. Or you're scared that you're going to die without being married. I don't think you're going to be married anytime soon, but I think I said that to you the other day. But in terms of who you're going to marry, I don't know who you're going to marry. But it's not going to be anybody from your past. It's going to be somebody brand new. All right, the rest of the answers, you guys, I'm going to have to... Hey, Reese's. Hey, thank you for joining me. So the rest of the questions I will answer later on. Okay? Thank you, everybody who was on here. Thank you, everybody who joined me. Thank you, everybody who, for the first time visited the channel. Hopefully, you got something out of the readings and everything. And please, please, please subscribe. To the person sending hearts, thank you. I love that energy, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if you all realize that, but the energy that you all bring to readers. Love you too. Thank you, Wilson. The energy that you bring to us helps us the information that you all need, so thank you so much. You guys have been your energy has been fabulous. I'm about to go out here and crush Grubhub because I have the inspiration now, but I will try to get back on here tonight. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if you have any suggestions or if there's any questions that you want me to answer for you. Make them very general so that way I'm not putting your business on YouTube, but I will try to help as many people as I can. So until the next time, deuces.